I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for happy hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, the stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
I am Matt Fox.
And I am David Wright.
Yay!
We have a special guest.
Yes, I'm from the beginning. I'm not just jumping into the middle.
From the get-go?
From the
all the way from the
beginning.
get-go?
From the very beginning of time.
Well, I heard you guys were doing a Basil Hayden, and I'm in for that.
So Basil Hayden has been a favorite in the studio. The Dark Rye.
The Dark Rye especially.
Has always been a super yummy treat. And we've had just the regular Basil Hayden. I've seen people, and it comes packaged really interestingly with the metal band around it, with the BH. I've seen people get them off of here and then put them on their traveler cups on their Yetis.
Yes, nice.
Basil Hayden Yeti out of it. So, so Basil Hayden has been a favorite, and they also had the Dark Rye, which we love, and then the craze continues.
Yeah, they came out with something that's different.
Toasted.
It's toasted.
Toasted.
It just says toast.
Toast.
So does that mean it's going to taste like toast?
Like toast? A toast to bread. For without bread, there would be no toast.
That's why the episode's name is Are You Toasted
Yes,
or Not?
But yeah, so the trend in toasting is accredited to Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig in 2012 came out with a toasted bottle. So I guess I've been doing a while. There's a Penelope.
Yes, I've seen the Penelope quite a bit on my feed.
Penelope has gained some popularity of late, and people rave about the toasted Penelope.
Okay.
All I think of is Penelope Pit Stop.
Yeah.
From Speed Racer. I don't know. It was like a Saturday morning cartoon, but it was a short in with other ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, Penelope Pit Stop.
I remember correctly, yeah.
I always wanted to be Penelope Pit Stop when I grew up. So... Not really. I don't know. It sounded funny.
Okay, Penelope.
So
That's what
we
you
can
want.
call you that if you want, Jamie.
You. But yeah, so the Penelope has a toast that has garnered some attention of late. And Basil Hayden, people have talked about the Basil Hayden. I know I've tried a toasted one. I've tried the Penelope. But that was just a tasting at a party store where they give you half of a thimble.
Yeah. Right.
That's not a taste.
And I'm like, hey, fellas, you know what you're dealing with here, right? That's not even gonna wet the inside of my nose. Why don't you snort that much? Just trying to
dab some right under your nostril.
Yeah.
Brings new meaning to the term liquid cocaine.
But I think, have we done just a taste with the Basil Hayden? I think we have.
I believe we did with the Dark Rye.
Yeah, so we've done just the taste, and we'll link that information there. But the Basil Hayden, the story behind the Basil Hayden, is from the Booker family. Yes, do you have something on the Basil Hayden?
Well, the style of bourbon,
itself
was inspired by back in 1792, a whiskey pioneer, Meredith Basil Hayden Sr., a rye farmer from Maryland.
All right,
and this is right off the Basil Hayden website.
Okay,
Meredith actually moved to Kentucky and began distilling.
All right.
So Maryland native moved to Kentucky, and he chose to distill this bourbon with a higher percentage of rye. That was his choice to do. And Booker set out to create a similar high rye mash bill that would offer the same refined, approachable taste profile. So Booker is a part of that.
Booker, no,
yeah.
So, yeah.
So when you're reading that, Matt, is that the original Basil Hayden that they're referring to?
That is the original Basil Hayden, yeah.
And that's what we had. So we're doing a comparison today of the Basil Hayden toast and the Basil Hayden Kentucky bourbon.
Yes.
So is this called a Kentucky bourbon? Is it toast Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey? Yeah. All right. So fully aged. This is also because it's the proper naming and the proper
Right.
aging and everything that it has.
Are they both?
has to
Because
be.
the original Basil Hayden, that's an 80 proof. Is that 80 proof as well?
This is coming in at 80 proof.
All right. So
Yes.
we got one and the same.
So a toasted bourbon. It's been aged in a toasted barrel, which gives the spirit a unique flavor profile. The char on the inside of the barrel brings out more delicate, nuanced flavors, and toasted bourbons have a lighter color than charred bourbons. Toasted bourbons often have notes of vanilla, light oak, coconut, and salted caramel.
So my question for you on that is, it's a
Mhm.
toasted barrel. Aren't all barrels toasted at some
They're
point?
charred.
They're charred.
So while traditional interiors are charred, they're scorched for a minute, like at a high heat.
Okay.
And then there's degrees of char 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mhm.
The toasted barrels, they're exposed to lower, more prolonged heat that goes deeper into the wood.
Oh, so a lower heat, but for a longer time. Almost?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the difference.
So do you set the dial to 3 or 3.5 to make toast?
Yeah.
Before
So
it pops up.
double oaked. Now, double oaked refers to a second aging in a new charred barrel.
No.
Toasted refers to just the lower burn, right? So
Mhm.
so it meets the requirements of being a bourbon because it's charred. It's charred very lowly
Yes.
at a lower temperature.
It's cooked a little bit longer at
Yes.
at a lower temperature. Is that a correct statement?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's two different ways of preparing the whiskey. So we're gonna try the toast and we're gonna
All right.
try the regular. Let's get the shot glasses for those fun glasses for the regular.
All right. Yeah. You want to crack
And
that?
let's get a fresh crack.
Oh, I got to hear it.
I love the fresh cracks.
Got to hear the
Lots of plastic on this here. Get rid of
Here we
that.
go. And oh,
There we go.
that was beautiful.
All right, pour me up, buddy. All right, so this is yeah.
Woo.
Should I open it and let it breathe?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna open or should we not? I'll do a fresh crack when we go to do this guy. Oh, all right.
Those are healthy pours.
Well, yeah, we're gonna make up our minds on this one.
Well, we already know we love Basil Hayden,
yes, we do.
the original,
do.
and the rye.
All right, so in the nose on the Basil Hayden.
So we're using what do you call these glasses?
These are just rocks,
just
kinda
rocks glasses.
fancy little rocks glasses. Yeah,
Very
So-
ornamental.
yeah.
So yeah, on that nose, man, it's
Are you getting cherry at all?
you know what? I'm just thinking
Yes.
about getting that Luxardo cherryish feel.
Yeah, I'm getting a sweet cherry. Mm.
I'm getting a little apricot out of it actually. And put my nose in the bourbon. You ever do that? Put your nose in the bourbon?
I try.
So you
like-
smell
like that.
so you smell
If I
bourbon
can.
for those.
I'm like that glass duck with the big red butt. Put my nose right in the glass.
I'm proud of you, Jamie. You didn't sniff the microphone.
Not yet. Show's just getting started
So this is neat. We're trying this neat.
Yeah, we're trying it
and
neat.
right out you
because
said
we didn't start the ice maker.
I forgot
We're
to hit
doing
the
them
button.
neat because we didn't start the ice maker.
Hey,
Why are
I
you
did-
doing it neat? Because we didn't start the ice maker.
I got that fruit cherry like right off the hit. Because you said cherry and I'm susceptible to some of those things.
You're susceptible to suggestion, is what you are.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Hypnotist. Appreciate that.
But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because we have reminds me of the Traverse City whiskey.
Yeah.
And they have a Traverse City in Michigan. People don't familiar with Michigan. They have the Cherry Festival. It's a big cherry exporter there.
Is that,
Traverse
up on
City,
the,
Michigan.
is that the 49th parallel?
48th.
48th. Thank you.
48 parallel. Yeah. It's wine country over in Europe. It's the same latitude, same types, similar weather. And so the decent wine country up there, but they at Traverse City whiskey, they do a cherry, a cherry. And it's too cherry for me.
Oh.
Sometimes, but
So they
Like
pop
when you say too cherry, too sweet,
like
like
or is it just
or
way
just
too
an
much-
cherry?
overpowering
much-
taste?
Yeah, it's overpowering.
Okay.
The cherry
So
itself is overpowering.
So a little less grenadine next time.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
So, but this is just subtle enough and
Yeah.
nice enough that it's lingering in there and
Yeah.
it's hanging around afterwards.
It's sitting on, actually it's been sitting on my palate
Mhm.
and I feel the warmth. It doesn't burn. It's just a really nice warmth. And this would be actually really good for like an after the mowing the lawn type sit down and just have a quick shot of something neat, right?
Yeah.
Just warm.
I'm trying to
yourself
look
up.
at the bottles to see if one's lighter than the other.
Well, we got the blue lights. We got the blue light special happening
yeah,
tonight.
yeah. We're in the man cave suite, but
They look
From this distance, I don't see a big difference in
No.
color.
no, I don't.
I think the toast is a little bit darker, and they're saying it's supposed to be lighter.
Yeah,
It looks a little bit darker to me.
yeah.
It really kind of does.
Well, I don't know. So yeah, but on the regular Basil Hayden, I'm getting on the second or third sip there.
Mhm.
The coating is like buttery,
Mhm.
like a really nice pie crust, that buttery, not a pie crust taste, but that buttery taste from a pie crust.
Oh, fair enough.
It's,
Is it salted
Or,
or
maybe
unsalted?
a croissant. that
Yeah.
buttery croissant
Yeah.
flavor.
It's
yeah,
a French pastry cocktail.
I know. If there was some honey in here, it'd be a party. But I'm not getting it. I'm just saying.
And
Maybe
it's-
it's like, I smell honey. No, I'll taste it.
Is that what her name is?
Perhaps.
and
Perhaps.
it does have it's smooth, but it's just got that tiny bit of bite, like
Mhm.
just that just a little bit of an edge.
And really, the bite didn't affect me at all.
No, and
It's
not in a
just like-
bad way. It's
yeah,
it's like a good bite. Like,
just a warmth.
mhm.
That warmth.
It's not way. We've had some ones that are, it's not thin. It stands up.
Oh yeah.
And then that's why we make cocktails with these.
Mhm.
And it's not an exorbitantly priced bottle.
Yeah. What was the
they're
MSRP on this?
I forget.
All right. I'll look it up.
It's like
But they're
45, 50, I
yeah,
think.
they're mid-range,
It's a
And,
good. It's a good gift to get somebody.
yeah, and actually the Basil Hayden that we're drinking, the regular one was a gift. Somebody brought that over on Christmas.
Nice.
And it's been sitting on the shelf. I hadn't uncorked it yet. I think it was my brother-in-law Jim.
Okay.
I'm gonna credit my brother-in-law Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
With that.
Good job, Jim.
Yeah, Tarjay actually has this. The MSRP on this is at about 45.
Yeah. Okay.
Right on.
So
At
that's
the
a,
Tarjay. Yes.
that's a nice. They usually go at statement minimum.
minimum.
Yeah. So I did again, and we should do a whole Basil Hayden flight.
Oh, a lineup.
And
yes,
brought the rye.
yes.
But I want to do when we get into the toasted, I'd like to do hang on to this bottle and do a comparison with
Excuse me.
Elijah Craig toasted.
Yeah.
And another. So do a real get toasted.
Get
and,
real
Mhm.
toasted. Yeah.
and see which toast we like the best. So all right, so enjoying this.
Let's see here. Actually, I would. Okay. Well, let's do the
Kill Mary Screw.
Kill Mary Screw on the original before we get into the toast.
Oh, I'd marry it. I married again. I'd buy. Well, I've purchased a couple bottles of the dark rye.
As of
And we've been through several in the
Uh-huh,
studio.
We have, because I brought one
Uh,
in too.
I would
yeah, well, you annihilated that.
Yeah, we did.
I would definitely, when this is gone, I would definitely replace
Mhm.
it in the bar
Mhm.
at home. Maybe not here,
It's
but at home.
It's actually over the past number of years, it's actually become a staple on folks' bars.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You know, I really
Yeah.
didn't pay too much attention to what's on the bar until you go to someone's house, right? And you see,
Right.
and you're looking at their shelf, or like, okay, you got that. Okay, that sucks. That's really good. That's terrible. You know,
yeah.
you're looking at the, but if you see a Basil Hayden,
Lusty Claw. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. Oh, hey. Oh,
Yeah.
they got you. Oh, they got you.
oh, look, you got Fireball. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you for buying the
Yes.
Fireball. That
Okay.
allows that party store to buy better
Yeah.
things. Right? It's,
Comes with a bag of candy.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, bag of candy. Ooh, bag of candy.
I can't say as this
bag of
sits out, the nose has changed a little bit. It's just a
Well, your palate is actually, it's been sitting. So when you
Right.
go back and nose it again, you're gonna get a different feel from the
Right.
oils and everything that's been sitting on your palate.
What are you getting different?
I think it's for lack of a better term, maybe just it's it kind of settles into, it's more smooth as it airs.
Yep. You said the S word.
And without ice, of course, because our ice maker's not working. But
We have no fridge, no ice maker. What the?
It wasn't on. It just wasn't on.
Was there water in it?
Yeah, I put water. It just wasn't on.
Oh.
I just don't let it run 24/7. My landlord's a dick. I'm kidding. So he might be on the other side of the door. He's one of my fraternity brothers, and
he knows.
he's actually pretty awesome.
Yes,
He's a nice
he
guy.
loves you.
He knows. He listens once in a while. So that's
nice.
I love Billy or Bill, and his son is Billy. His son is helps him run
Nice.
this and the other properties they have. Anyway, all right. So
All right.
let's get to toast. I'm gonna fresh crack. Here we go.
Yes. There we go.
Fresh crack. All right, Matthew.
All right, you might want to hit
Hit
that.
me, Mick.
You want to hit that water?
Oh, I might.
All right, we'll do and we're doing this in a Glencairn cup by our favorite glass sponsors,
Anybody
Firebird
wants
Tavern.
a splash of water.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab a rinsing cup real quick.
I actually stopped off at we went to the Firebird Tavern last week.
Our glassware sponsor. Which
Our glassware sponsor, yes.
We don't have any other glasses.
But we went out there for dinner and celebrated my daughter's birthday.
Oh,
And I had not been to that establishment, and she actually picked it out.
Okay.
So she's like, we've been to the one downtown in Greektown.
yeah, it's great.
But we hadn't been to the restaurant location.
I've done
here.
both. Been there, done that.
So yeah, we got down to Firebird Tavern, which I'll tell you what, their sandwiches were pretty darn good. We had a good time, and I had their Manhattan, and they had Statesman on the shelf.
Get me a Statesman.
That's why I'm telling the story, so we could do that. And I was looking at the menu, and it's the old fashioned. They were like, yeah, Old Forester, and I'm like, do you do that with the Statesman? They said absolutely. I'm like, sold. Give me one of them.
All right.
And then I got done with it. They said, you want another? I said, I wish I could. I'm driving.
Yeah. The downfall of.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
right,
much different nose on this one.
So all right. So
All
cleaned
right.
our palates with a little water, and now we have the toast. The
So in
Basil
the-
Hayden toast.
So it's weird. It's like the in the glass, it actually looks lighter than what the original is.
It does, yeah. And then in the glass compared to the bottle, it looks lighter.
Okay, yeah, it's a very different nose on this. I'm curious. I'm kind of scared. Are you scared?
All right. No, I'm excited.
I'm scared.
It's like Christmas. I'm so
Yes.
I'm
Just
frightened.
getting toasted on Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
It's the most. Why not?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just getting like a little, almost like a thicker texture.
That's fine. I'm going the exact opposite. I'm
You said
going.
Yeah.
Are you really?
You
I'm
think
going.
it's thinner?
I think it's thinner.
I was gonna say it's chewy. I said it's
Yeah.
almost chewy.
Yeah.
It says it's thinner on the burn.
Oh,
or the warmth. That's a
the
lot,
warmth.
Yeah,
Yes.
the warmth is a lot thinner.
a little less on the warmth, or are we just placated from this being our second
I
strand?
don't think so, but it's just got a very different feel.
Because
to
yeah,
it.
the warmth's not coming back through.
No.
And I didn't cleanse with water before the first one too, so that's the thing.
That's fair.
But
I did have some jalapenos with dinner, so that could be hurting me too.
on a stick,
On a steak.
Well, actually, get
I
a
was getting
couple more
chewy. I
sips,
was getting
Matt,
chewy.
because
Yeah.
I get it was chewy in the first one. I'm getting a little bit of the burn with subsequent sips.
Oh, it's this one's trying. I'm trying to figure this one out for myself.
I get the cherry again. I don't know. Maybe it's just that where my nose is today, and that's it. Your nose changes.
Sure.
What allergies kicking in or not?
Yeah, right.
It's middle of hay fever
fever.
season here in Michigan.
Well, and all that cocaine use, Jamie.
Well,
that damages your nose.
Those 3 rails I did before we started. This is the best show ever. What's that grinding sound?
Those would be your teeth.
Grinding my teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Is
back,
it snowing?
I'm back to the cherry. I'm back to the cherry.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm getting the. Honestly, I feel like I get the cherry a lot more with this one than with the regular.
Yes, it's chewier. It seems
Yeah.
more viscous.
Yes.
Is that
more
I wonder
viscosity.
if they did that on purpose because it's toast and you eat toast. I'm just being stupid, but
Yeah.
the viscosity I can see, and that's actually growing on me as I've taken a few more sips.
Mhm.
Thinner for me was on the warmth,
Right.
but the viscosity,
warmth.
yep, the liquid of it is thicker,
Yes.
just a little bit thicker.
yes. Chewy. Oh,
Chewy.
chewy.
So can I tell you guys a funny story?
Yes, please.
So Jamie, you and I have been doing the Man Cave Happy Hour now for how many years?
A lot.
Many.
Like 5 years now or so.
We
And
started in 07. No,
17.
17.
Or was it
07. Yeah, we started in 07.
Oh,
07.
seven.
No,
Jesus.
it was 17. 17.
Where was I?
17.
But you know,
There's a 7.
there's a 7 in there somewhere. But we love to talk about this podcast. You know, we go to a place and we're like, hey, you know, I do this podcast. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A lot of folks know we do this. So one of a good friend of mine actually sent me a text, or he called me on Friday night or Thursday night. Sorry, it was Thursday night. And he was at a party and he goes, hey, what are the chances that you could put your hands on a bottle of Eagle Rare? And I'm like,
Oh, I got one on the car.
well, apparently the news on the street is it's tough to find.
It is. It is.
It's tough to find.
It can be.
And I'm like, okay, let me go check. I could run down the street to my favorite watery, you know, little honey spot place.
Yeah.
And it's the Happy Hour in Auburn Hills,
Right.
there on Auburn Road.
Okay.
And we actually met the owners at the tasting for the Bacta. They were there. Those are the two gentlemen I was chatting up, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I go over there, and while I'm on my way there, he's like, you know, Eagle Rare or Blanton's, whichever one you can get.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens.
Which
So
one of your tourist friends are into?
So I walk in there and I'm like, all right, I'm looking for one of two things: one, Eagle Rare or Blanton's. And the guy looks at me, he's like, and he recognizes me because we keep that place moving, you know.
right.
Back in the day when we went to Grand Rapids to a tasting and we really found a mule that we really enjoyed, and next thing you know, we were telling them about it and they started ordering.
They're in the regular rotation for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So, but the guy looks at me, he goes, I got both. They're just not on the shelf.
Ah, fair play.
I'm like, all right. Call my buddy. I'm like, which one do you want? With it, from the moment that I got that phone call, I actually took it over to where he was located because he was at a birthday party for a family member who is 80 years old and he's living life and he's an amazing individual.
Nice.
But within 30 minutes, he had a bottle of Eagle Rare and Blanton's.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Good for him.
Yeah. So that's why I really enjoy doing this podcast.
Oh,
because
yeah.
people will reach out to us and be like, hey, we need some help here. You know, can you help me out? And
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
so funny.
So Matt, can I call you in the middle of the night over the weekend and have you bring me a bottle? That's the question.
you live too far away from me for that. This guy was down the street, my friend.
Okay. So you're
No,
saying,
of course I
so
would.
you're saying
Of
if
course
I were
would.
closer,
Of course I
that
would.
you would do it.
I would do
Okay.
that. What's even better is that the very next night, get another call
Oh, no.
from the same person.
Ah.
What are the chances of getting another bottle of that Eagle Rare?
Oh, Eagle
'Cause
Rare's
they-
a little easier.
Yeah.
That's an easier ask.
It's an
than
easier
the
ask.
Blanton.
Yes, cool. But it was really fun. But I was already on my way somewhere, and
Yeah.
I sent him up to the store, and they gave him a little bit of a rough time. They kind of looked at him a little side eye, going, "Okay, who is this guy?"
Yeah.
Because they didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
They
Matt
recognized
sent
me.
here.
Yeah,
Yes,
and that's exactly what he
yes, the
said.
name drop.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
of
exactly what
course.
Matt sent me in, and he
That
said that-
podcast guy.
yeah, they could have just said that podcast guy, right? But anyways, he was able to get another bottle.
Oh,
and-
he did. Okay.
Yeah, and it was just a really fun weekend for the birthday shenanigans and what have you. So that's why I enjoy doing the show.
Oh,
because
yeah.
people just know that we have some little notoriety that we can go out and get shit done.
Yeah. You hear people. Oh, I could. There's like. I know of 4 party stores or liquor stores, convenient, whatever. I could walk into and find those bottles.
Yeah.
But
Readily
the
available.
prices, the prices suck.
They're a bit high,
right?
yeah.
You know, I mean, I could have it for you in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much anywhere in Metro Detroit. Depends on what you want to pay for it.
Right.
Now, if you want to get MSRP or close to MSRP, that takes some hunting and pecking and friendship and
Right.
yeah. So that's
I won't say what was spent on those bottles, but you know, the event was worth the cost.
sure.
So it all comes down to that, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was just a fun experience to have that, and it was good. It was
Because we were making jokes about a Fireball earlier.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, thank God they're drinking Fireball because that's it. The Buffalo Trace distillery, which produces the Blantons and the Eagle Rare
Mhm.
And Fireball, you have to purchase so much Fireball to be allocated the allocated bottles, right? So if you're in a party store that has like good barrel picks and stuff, they always have the displays of just all the horse doo-doo too, you know?
Oh,
Right.
of
It's
course.
like-
yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, you know.
Wayne checked in. He said, "Matt, bring me a bottle."
Bring me one.
The question is, of what?
Of what?
Rum chata?
Oh no, Matt's got some Fireball. He'll bring that over to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what Wayne wants. I already know. Old crack. He wants the Kraken. He's a Kraken guy.
Oh, the Kraken.
He's the Kraken.
Oh,
Yes.
I'd like that's the rum. That's
Yeah.
a spicy rum. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Or
I like. Have you had the Kraken?
I have not. I have not
It's,
had the Kraken.
it's
Kraken and
nice.
Sprite.
So yeah, it's you know what Captain Morgan's is your standard
Mhm.
Yeah.
spicy.
Spice rum.
So you do that like with Verner's or Coke, and it's a little different.
Yeah.
But the Kraken is like a next level.
It's a next level spiced rum, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
Comes in.
it's darker. I think it's a little darker.
He said, "Oh, yeah, Fireball is fine, but anything really."
Yeah.
Thanks, Wayno. Miss you, buddy. You should come into the man cave sometime.
Oh,
What's your problem?
yeah. Doors open.
Doors open.
Doors open.
Man.
That's
But yeah,
nice.
I had to share that story with you guys because it's
Huh?
just it's fun. It really.
So you're a
is.
big shot, Matt. That's
No,
that's the
I'm not a
story.
big shot. I'm a guy. I'm a middle-aged man sitting here doing a podcast and drinking bourbon. That's
Yeah.
all it is, and it's great. It's fun.
It is it's a happy time and a happy place.
It really is. It really is. So
Is the nose changing on this toasted for you now that we've
little
let
bit.
it set on the palate? What
Yeah,
are you getting
a
out
little
of the
bit.
nose? Anything different?
let's see.
All right, Wayne. I do. We do want Wayne to come into this.
Yes, we
studio.
do.
I'm getting less fruit now and more.
I'm getting more vanilla.
more leathery.
I'm getting more vanilla.
I was gonna say vanilla. I was
Mhm.
just yeah. We're in sync there.
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah.
Oh, that's not in sync. but
Tell
whatever.
me why. I hate that commercial. My shirt's
That's not our
stinks.
song. That's not us. That's not us. That's my favorite part of that commercial. No, wait, no, that's wrong song, wrong band.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a vanilla. If you waft it, don't put your nose in it, but you kind of above it. That vanilla is kind of sticking out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Less than the cherry, and more in the vanilla.
Mhm.
But if you look at the legs on this, like we were talking about the
The
viscosity of this,
Right.
this is like crazy with the oils in this.
Yes.
At first, I thought it wasn't there. I'm like, where the hell? And I'm like, oh no, it's just really defying gravity, is what it's doing. Is
It's wicked.
yeah.
Did you catch that?
It is.
Either of you?
Wicked awesome.
It's wicked. Defying Gravity is a song in the Broadway show Wicked.
Oh no,
No, you didn't.
I
get
wouldn't
it.
have
All right.
picked that up.
Sorry,
Matt.
that's
Sorry.
that's the drama. in me.
I'm good for a show tune here and there.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
wouldn't. I went.
I'm not
mainstream,
against that,
yeah.
but I'm not very versed in
It's
Broadway plays.
one of the best
Yeah.
Broadway shows I've
musicals.
seen aside from Hamilton
Mhm.
or
I did. I took Colleen to see it at the Fisher.
Wicked. Okay,
Yeah.
when she was when she
Wicked.
was up in the air at the end of the first
No,
act.
Colleen was in the seat next to me. No.
No, okay.
I saw it. So
I stand
that's
corrected.
when the actress sang
Was
it when
singing
she was
Defying
in the. Oh,
Gravity.
fair
Yeah,
play. All
Defying
right, fair. All right.
I tell you,
Colleen loves the Wizard of Oz story, the original book, the original stories, and the
Mhm.
whole idea of the ruby slippers because she had no arms. And to detract from that actually had no arms, let's give her some great shoes.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
Is that it? Am I right? Is that the story, man?
I don't know, but that's funny as shit right there.
No, that's the deal. That's the
Like
deal.
the written story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read the written story.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just know the story.
She has no arms.
I did not know
They
that.
gave her fancy shoes so people wouldn't make fun of her.
I did not know this.
Oh, yeah.
So
They had to
there's-
change her
Colleen
name.
loves this
They had to
stuff.
change her name from Dean to Dorothy.
So,
There's no place like Bones. There's no place like Bones.
Eileen wouldn't work for the movie because
Oh.
she had legs.
come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Don't
sorry.
touch me.
I'm
I'm sorry, you
No,
can't.
I was like, I said, come on. You're supposed to say, Eileen.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Come on,
there you
Eileen.
go. Sorry. Yeah,
Wow.
I wasn't getting the DJ vibe right there for a minute.
Obtuse songs, obtuse
right,
plays.
right.
That's not my song.
Ah.
No, this actually I'm gonna revisit the original Basil Hayden here.
All right.
'Cause that treated me very well.
I think I'm gonna re-hit this.
I was gonna go for more of the
Yeah,
toast.
I was gonna re-hit the
go.
toast. Yeah.
I was with you. I still
I'm a
haven't finished my
purist.
I haven't finished my first pour though.
All right. So, Jamie,
Yes, Matthew.
Ooh, it's a different smell coming out of the bottle too. Different nose.
your school year is coming to a close here pretty quickly.
Yes.
How excited are you, and what are you going to be doing this summer?
I got a handful of DJ gigs.
Okay.
July is pretty wide open though. I marked it off so I could do stuff. We have a family wedding. I'll be
Okay.
attending a couple of.
Are you standing
weddings.
up?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're just attending. A couple
only
like
see you in a-
nieces, great nieces.
I've only seen you in a DJ tux, never in a stand-up groomsman tux.
So,
Yeah,
quick
no.
question:
Okay.
do you evaluate talent when you go to an event and there's a DJ? Do you,
Oh my God.
do you
Um,
like
Have you met me?
evaluate it and think, oh, this is awful?
I actually got reprimanded for being too judgmental. I'm like, why are you playing this song at this time of the night? You save that for later.
And I'd be sitting at the table, and it's like I was one wedding. I was sitting there, and I was like, "And the hits just keep on coming."
Welcome to the Terrible 12.
I
All
was like, yeah,
right.
I was doing that like between every song. I was like, "And the hits just keep on coming." And it's like the people I was with were finally like, "Dude, all right, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. You're better. It's
Yeah.
okay. We understand."
We were at one of 10
Swing and a miss.
DJs stick with you if they're bad. If they're good, you usually just appreciate them. But
Mm-hmm.
we were at a wedding for one of Kendra's family members, and I'm not kidding. This guy's shtick was "Give it up, give it up, give it up." I'm serious. He must have said that 200 times during the night, and it
Really?
was just annoying. Do you do that, Matt?
No,
No, you don't say "Give it up."
no, give it up. Yeah, so all right, so Jamie. Wow. All right, I like that.
I have a wedding coming up.
Okay.
And the bride's like, "Do you have that?" And it's not on here. That that DJ Horn, And
DJ
I'm like,
Horn.
she goes, "Yeah, do that like a lot."
What? Welcome to it's channel 955 all over again.
Oh no, she wants it. She wants. Yeah,
She just wants that to
That's-
blare out at random night times during the night.
You
Like-
do know August is going to listen to this and he's going to hear that and he's be like, "Why am I using my phone?
Yeah.
What the hell, man?"
yeah. Because I forget that I have them in here because I never, ever use these.
Yes.
Douche-
Yes.
you mean
I
the
am
douche buttons?
The douchebag buttons. Yeah, we call them like the douchebag buttons because it's like I accidentally one time I hit,
Uh-huh.
it's like I don't know, something triggered. It was like on my board and I accidentally hit it because these are hot linked on the board.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, my song, I'm like, oh, is this like a remix? Did I play? I accidentally play the remix because the computer will sync it to the song that's playing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, and I started playing the next song and I'm like, what the hell?
What did I do?
And I think it went on for like 2 or 3 songs.
Wait.
It wasn't. I didn't fix it after the second song. I think it was into the third song, and I'm like, okay, well, what the hell did I must have leaned on a button or something.
Wait for
And all of
it.
a sudden, it was like,
Wait for it. And the hits just keep on coming.
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Oh.
Digression.
I almost want to go to that wedding just to hear that siren over and over again.
Dude, you are killing me right now.
Right. Yeah. So that's
What she wants for her.
She
wedding.
wants. Yes. Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, no. I'm like, really?
And if grandma comes up and says, "What the hell is
Well,
that?"
here's the thing. It's like, and this is, I'm booked through an agency on this, and that
Is it Dave?
it's no. And
Oh yeah. Okay.
so, but
Them.
yeah, but no, it was good stuff. And so they booked, and this agency has like everything, video, photo booths, dancing on the clouds, that just everything imaginable. And she's like, well, we have a family DJ. We have somebody that we use for all our family weddings.
Oh boy.
But she was in there and she was buying like, the video and the photo. She got everything else. And they're like, well, if you get the DJ, it's going to be a monster deal through us.
Uh-huh.
And so she was like, all right, well, who do you have?
Nice.
Oh boy.
And she got me
Of course she did, because you're the shit.
because.
And the hips just keep on coming.
Yeah. So
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun,
So
dun,
they have a family DJ that normally does that
Okay.
sort of thing. She's like, oh cool, yeah, we'll use Jamie. Can he do like this kind of stuff? And the people selling it were like, oh yeah, absolutely. And they're like, hey Jamie, guess what?
You got that? You got that on your soundboard?
I can do that.
Yeah.
Get your top 40 on, baby.
I don't often.
Yeah.
I actually got a really great compliment at this
I
wedding.
dare you to pull that shit out at Smalls.
Nah,
It would, no.
but I got a really great compliment at the last wedding I
Mhm.
did. The bride, I know her. It's Kirsten.
Kirsten, yeah. She just got
from-
married this past weekend from
Yes.
Podcast to Detroit.
Yeah. She's
that's
all into
weird.
the cons and
Yeah.
stuff, and she was on a couple of the podcasts and stuff. So we know her from that group of friends.
Yes.
Her husband now. I had him as a student in one of the summer workshops that I taught up at Michigan State.
Mhm.
He was one of my students. She was like, when they're getting married, they're like, oh, she goes, I know this DJ. I don't know. They were thinking about it. And he's like, wait, I know that guy. And they're like, okay.
I was
all right.
serendipitous,
So yeah. So, but she's in theater.
Mhm.
She's into the con. She's in theater, musical theater,
Mhm.
and a singer.
She's also
And she's like
she's
a
a music teacher.
Yeah. So like a crap ton of the people there were musicians and singers and professional singers. A professor from Oakland University, now he's at U of D, was there. I was
Wow.
having dinner with him. He's a nice guy. And DJs and professional musicians, never the two shall meet.
Yeah, right. Yes.
But at the end of the night, he didn't have to, but
Mhm.
he stayed. He closed the party with many of the people.
Yeah.
And he came up at the end of the night. He goes, hey, you know what? He goes, normally DJs are my thing. He goes, man, I loved what you did tonight.
That's
he goes,
great.
it was a great night. He goes, and that doesn't always happen with DJs. He goes,
Mhm.
I'm like, coming from a musician, because my dad was a drummer,
drummer,
and I play. It's fun to play all the places my dad used to play.
Mhm.
And I put him right out of business.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a different time. So
But your dad would be. He was a drummer, but he would.
Yeah.
He actually didn't he do stuff with the Glenn Miller Orchestra?
he did. He sat in.
Wow.
He sat in with Glenn Miller.
Yeah.
He was in the backup little trio that for Bill Cosby. It was a shining moment. Barbara Eden.
Oh,
So yeah, they had a
nice.
little jazz trio playing while she was there doing her thing. He's backed up some big players, the Warney Rule Orchestra, which is kind of big here in Detroit. But anyway, but yeah, that was a nice compliment that this musician, and he didn't have to come up at the end of the night and say something. He could have just been there the whole night and enjoyed himself and left. But he made a point of coming up. That was a pretty cool.
A professor liked what you did.
Yes, a professor of music liked what
Yes.
I was playing as recorded stuff and how I blended it and put it together. So
Nice.
all I could say was, anytime, brother, anytime.
That's great.
That was it. All right. We got anything else?
we've always got something else, but
Yeah.
we'll save it for later.
Lots of man cave coming up. We're going to do some cigar stuff. We're going
Yes.
to do
Mhm.
some paper planes with our friend Sarah from a
Yes.
Flavor Journal. That's
Flavor
coming up.
Journal.
We do have a special bottle from a local restaurant that we're going to try out.
Ooh, yeah, you
That's
mentioned
for me.
this.
That to goes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Maybe we'll, I know, I don't even want to ruin my palate and bring some swill in because there's a lot of like pre-canned ones.
Right. Now, this is like in a bottle. It has to be refrigerated,
Yeah,
apparently.
we got to do it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, it's in my refrigerator at work. If I don't bust that thing open and finish it, well,
We'll do it.
All right.
we'll make a date and I'll bring that in. Well,
All right.
I mean, especially if August is here, that's 4 of us for 1 bottle. We can each have a full old fashioned drink.
I believe Wayne is still listening. I guess he's game too.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. All right. So
we'll
there you
make
go.
it happen.
Do all the podcast things in all the podcast places. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that kind of stuff. ManCaveHappyHour.com, the Motor City Hypnotist, Motor City
Yes.
Hypno on the socials
Mhm.
and everywhere else.
Mhm.
Following us shortly in Podcast Your Voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making podcasts. It's a
Yep.
place to do just that sort of thing. We had a bunch of new shows.
Yeah.
I
Starting.
saw that. I look back.
Well,
I think
there's
there were
one-
2 or 3 brand new ones in the last couple weeks.
Start Make It Make Sense started
Session
and then,
35?
session 35.
Yeah.
It's she just turned 35 and her and a girl are having a session, so it's session 35.
Okay.
And then there's another one, Foam and Friends. The guy does foam insulation, and it's like he's going to be just talking with the people from the foam insulation industry, and then
God.
but just
That was-
more just kibitzing, not necessarily
industry
industry
speak.
Yeah, he was here with
That
us.
was Todd.
Todd. was
Todd.
here with us.
Todd. Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Excellent.
kicks off
Nice.
on the 22nd. So yeah, some fun stuff happening here at Podcast Your Voice. So
Mhm.
follow Podcast Your Voice on Facebook to see all of those and see the Motor City Hypnotist
Yeah.
and connect to all that. And then those will link out to their individual websites and follow them there.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much, gentlemen. This was
good stuff.
enjoyable.
Yeah. Cheers,
Cheers.
gentlemen. Good stuff.
See ya.
Bye, bye, bye.
Not my song.
Bye.